All right, there we go. Should I forgot to? Oh man, I forgot to start the call. Whoops. Forgot to start the call.
Yeah.
Don't
It's,
gas.
All right. I think we're live actually. I forgot to say that we were live
We're
before
still
people
looking
start.
uh,
at
yeah.
Yeah. All right. We are officially live. Here we go. I think.
Yeah.
All
Only
right.
two people did it. I
Yeah.
think there's going to
what's up,
be
guys?
joining.
All right. So basically, I was gonna try and get this to like be like a redirect at the end of the premiere, but I was like, oh snap, I forgot to do that. I was like
Oh
gonna
my god.
ask you all earlier, guys, but I
You
forgot.
did. You already
I,
did.
I
You already
did, but
did.
like it was 7 minutes till the premiere. I meant to do it sooner, so I'm sorry for catching you all on
It's
short notice with that. But yeah. All
yeah. It's
right.
fine.
Well, so basically, this is a handful of us, not all of us. There's more of us that are
Yeah.
are not
A
here
couple
in
others.
this group call. But yeah, yeah. What? Hey guys, tell us what was your favorite part of the premiere? Like your favorite bit of the video in
For me,
general.
that was the like rapping replacement part. That was honestly fire. That transition was
Yeah,
fire.
Yeah.
I even said it in the
Yeah.
chat. That was
yeah,
fire.
I,
That was
for me,
fire.
for
yeah.
me, it was trying to be that. You know what? I'm out of here. Or never mind.
Yeah. You know what? I'm out of
Okay,
here.
so
Yeah.
we got a question. We got a question.
All right.
JF1 asked, story on how Tangy was made. Okay,
Yeah, Don
funny
can tell
enough,
you
we were
that.
just talking about that last night, so I'm gonna do like a brief little summary from what I remember. This was about like a little over a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
because I was like obsessed with Wacky, and I still kind of am. But the I asked Mouse, who I still like barely knew Mouse at the time too.
That's crazy. I didn't
But
know that part.
yeah, yeah, we were still getting to know each other. But anyways, I asked her. I was like, you know, I was wondering if you could like make a wacky version of your Sona, which is kinky or mouse, like
Yeah.
that.
By the
But
way, we should clarify. We should clarify about
yeah,
why Mouse's Sona is called kinky briefly.
yes, yeah,
Yeah, it
you're
was.
probably
She
gonna,
didn't know the definition could be
yeah.
used in a
She
adult
heard
manner.
she heard it be used, and she thought it sounded cool, and then it was only after she named her character then did she find out what the word meant.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
thankfully, it's applied
yeah,
in context in
yeah.
different ways now.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so I asked Mouse, hey, would you wanna like make a mouse version of, or wackified, that's not even a word, but anyway, version of your Sona. And
Yeah.
then a little later here, I'm gonna post it in the
Yeah, I
in
was
the
gonna
chat
say
here.
you better have the screenshots from last night
Oh, I
because
have the screenshot.
I can't go searching for anything
You know
unless
what?
I use
Here.
Chrome.
You know what? Here. First, she had this sketch. She sent me. I asked her because of this sketch. You'll see it in the chat right now.
Here, let me full screen it
Yeah.
on the stream so
So
y'all can
she
see it.
showed me. Yeah. So she showed me that,
That's
and
not even
then
on the wiki. That's cute though.
yeah, it's because we saw, she showed me that, and she was like, "Hey, look, I drew wacky," and I just
Uh,
forgot. Like, I gave her whiskers on accident. I'm like, and that's when I asked, you know what? What if you made like a wacky version of your Sona? Little time goes by, and then I got this notification, and then yeah,
ta-da! The at the time unnamed Tangy.
yeah, and there it is, the first ever sketch of Tangy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now
Wow.
over, a
the
little
And
over
OG.
and
the
rest of it
original.
is rest of it is history.
Well, not entirely
There
technically.
there is So this is the story of how she was created.
Not how she was
Yeah,
named or how we got together, basically.
there's a little side story with how she was named, because we were sort of like we were thinking of a name,
Yeah.
um and then
I think you guys
what
have screenshots in the VC from
yeah,
last
there was a
night.
screenshot. Mouse sent
Yeah.
it.
Man,
last
we
night.
talked
But
about
yeah,
so much last night. I don't know if we'll
we
be
did.
able to dig it up. But yeah,
Uh, let me go to the thing. But
I can dig it
yeah,
up possibly using my browser since that's not gonna pop up on stream. But
I know Mouse sent it in where was it yesterday?
regulars that
Yeah,
channel.
okay.
Don't ask why I called it
Um,
that, guys. It's from a private server.
here, here it is. I found it.
Jan
Uh,
knows the name of the channel. I don't know if anyone else is
I'm
gonna
trying to
get that.
I'm trying to get it up here. What's the okay? It's in here. I'm forwarding it real quick.
All right.
Wait, chat. Did somebody say
Hello?
wacky? Hey there,
I've been saying that,
I mean,
but
to be
here,
honest, that's how we should have started the stream with somebody. Somebody should have said,
there.
"I regret not saying that." Anyway.
Yeah, I was waiting for you all to stop talking over each other.
By the way, we should note this is Tangy's new voice actor,
Yeah,
Kay.
this is her.
Yeah.
This is her chromatic
poppin'.
sampler.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me, I'm a assistant writer in LGBTQ. Oh
You're
my god, I
basically
did it.
you're basically
Take your time.
the queer expert. If that
Yeah.
makes it easier
The
to say
LGBTQ
Q
plus.
expert.
I
I normally
I-
type the whole thing, but like
Ooh.
for simplicity, we can go by queer expert for the moment. If that makes it
Also,
easier.
another question. Another question. What's similar with Wacky and Tangy?
That's what the next question was.
Yeah.
The similarities. There's quite a few. I mean,
Cartoony
what tend to
aesthetic.
really.
That's one, right?
I mean, there's designs. Their designs are pretty similar.
Style
At least
too.
in terms of like the modern one, the modern design.
Yeah.
Not.
Here, let me get their renders real quick. Let me find their renders. I'll just get
You
their
can see it.
renders.
You can see it in the facial structure. You can see the similarities in the facial structure and the body. It's a lot of like, I guess, physically there's a lot of
Stylization.
similarities. Design wise, there's a lot of similarities. And then what you call it, as well as abilities. They have similar abilities. Like Tangy can also stretch your arms, which you couldn't see it at the end of the video, but the image that was used was Tangy saying, "I love you guys this much." You could see it on Mouse's channel.
Yeah, it's
But
also on the
yeah,
wiki pages
really well.
in the main section.
Here, you know what? I got a better example. I have it
Here's
saved.
Wacky though. Here's Wacky's main render, and then here is Tangy's current render. The resemblance is it's notable, I guess.
You should have
Looking at
used
them.
the scrap new render.
The scrap
one
new
that had
render. Oh yeah, because like you mean like the old sketch.
yeah, that one was closer to it. That one was closer to it.
I should probably put my stream to have
Oh.
like the stream to have both the call and the
Yeah.
and my browser with the wikis open.
I'm
add
trying
that
to
it real quick.
I'm trying to find the. Here we go. I found another couple examples here. Here,
Yeah.
in these two images, you can see the sort
my
of
computer's
stretchiness.
like, oh, there we go. I was worried my
There.
computer stalled entirely.
In those two images, you can see that yes, this is older art, so this is outdated, but it's just for reference.
Yeah,
You can
I
see
forgot to open
her.
it.
You can see her with her like long arms, her like stretchable arms.
We
You can
also have one other artwork that kind of doesn't display it as well as here, but basically there's also an instance of like Mouse has said that Tangy's arms are like, or one of you has said that Tangy's arms when they're like tired they drag, like up here on the second image.
There's a little reason behind that too. There's like a
stamina.
The reason
right?
well, technically yes, but I mean like the reason why it's a part of it. It's because this was back when I was in freshman year, so about a year ago, and one day I guess in the boys in the boys locker room they're all messing around and stuff, so we had to run like 8 laps.
Dang.
While the girls who were they didn't do anything, care less, they didn't have like
Oh, no.
they only have like 6 or 5.
Oof. Oof.
Ooh.
So it wasn't anything sexist. It's just because
Yeah,
the boys were messing around. Yeah.
yeah, that I hate punishments like that, but sometimes it happens.
Yeah, I'm like, there's nothing I could do about it. So
Here,
obviously, I was exhausted after I ran 8 laps, and
I found
I
the
was like, you know
image.
what? And in my head, I'm like, man, I feel like my arms are just gonna drag to the floor any moment, at any moment. And then that's when it hits me. Oh shoot! Wait, we can add this to Tangy. There's
Yeah.
the another
Yeah, there's
example
the
there. That's
I love you guys this much. Mouse drew this for a late Tangyversary related thing. Tangy's anniversary was actually in March on the 26th. We
which is
just
already almost a
delayed the
month ago.
video because we wanted it to be our best work we could output. Mouse and I worked on the art a lot. I cooked up the audio of over the course of over how many months is that? This is the 4th month of this year. But this remix has been remastered multiple times and has been around since 2023 in June when it was initially published as a different version of the same format. In fact, in this new version, there are throwbacks to the original track with how Reese's Funds interrupts the middle with his rapping, which is in the original too. But yeah, her arms have no limit, correct, John?
There's Ace.
Hi, Ace. You could join us in here if you
I was
wanted
gonna
to.
say, Ace, why don't you pop up in
Yeah,
here?
yeah,
Yeah.
bro's in the group chat, but
Come on, Ace.
don't
You are
force
part
him
of this
in
too.
here.
You
I
better
didn't
show
force
up.
you guys. Don't force Ace.
Slackers don't get.
Beggars
Oh,
can't
okay.
be choosers,
Uh,
but slackers can't be
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
that's
That's
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay.
He's
Yeah.
saying, yeah.
Yeah. Some of the fun bits for me about the entire process, though, just gonna put this out here. My favorite bits of the process, I think, were basically everything before the video editing. No offense to
Uh,
Duck, who was really great with helping. I mean this
the
in the
visualizer was
nicest
awesome.
way. The visualizers came out amazing thanks to collaborative efforts. You remember that transition you brought up, John? The one that
Yeah,
hits
that was fire.
yeah, Mouse animated that. I helped Duck with like formatting it to fit there. And also there's a few other secret Easter eggs in the video. Look for something cold in the video. You're sure to find it. It's only in there for a little while, but there's something so cold that I bet you could find. I bet you could find it.
I'm
Oh
not in
my
my house
word.
yet, but I'm everywhere.
Ace,
Oh.
why are you bro is multi-chatting. That's insane.
Then shut
I
up, then.
mean,
I'm
if he has
I'm
the
not here.
potential to do it, he's gonna do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro's like an Enderman. Sorry, I had to after the whole Tangy jockey thing we had. Bro was like an Enderman. You
You can
teleported.
do it.
Okay.
You know what?
You don't have to say the line.
movie,
You don't have to say the line, guys.
I'm not saying it would
You know
be
that-
bad.
you know what
I
really
think
old-
it'd be funny, but like,
You know what
Okay,
dang.
guys,
really
on the
old-
count of 3, we all say chicken jockey, all right?
No.
All right, we're doing this,
Oh,
I guess.
precious.
All right. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Chicken
Chicken
jockey!
I hate it here.
Oh, man. Now
Um,
I feel like we've
Oh, is
just
there gonna be
done...
a Q&A? What?
Oh yeah,
Um,
Mouse. I didn't DM Mouse about this. I forgot. It's also like, what time is it in
She
New
just
Zealand?
woke up.
Yeah, she
She
just
just
woke
woke
up.
up. Probably.
I'm gonna
It's
say
one
we
right
are
now.
live.
She's like 5 hours ahead. So for me,
She's
she's like
17 hours for me, bruh.
oh my
17
she's
goodness.
19 hours for me.
It is like I want to say yesterday it was Thursday for her. Last night for me.
Yeah, it was Thursday for her yesterday.
Yeah. I
Hey, Shifty.
remember the fact that Duck, Mouse, and you, John, have completely different time zones, I think, from me, Kid, and Kay. Hey, Shifty, welcome to the chat. Or welcome to the
Hello.
internet, whatever you prefer.
Okay, man.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I don't think I brought this up to K yet, but I am a top tier referencer.
Oh
John
yes,
and
I can
John and
confirm
Kit
that.
can
I
back
can
me up on
confirm
that.
that.
Just you wait. You haven't heard the stuff I could say yet.
Oh boy,
Silly would be
competition
in
in the
school.
air.
Silly would be in school, look at a circle, and be like, "Is that an onion ring from Jack in the Box?"
No, I would see a circle and say that can't exist in Minecraft because I don't know what Jack in the Box is. Well, however, I could say I'm like Patrick. I live under a rock.
I highly doubt that. I feel like you know, like almost too much and like pop too many
fair,
references to be
fair.
considered living under a rock.
Yeah, I guess that's a little valid. Like I know how to speak some Minionese and Jawa. Like, you know, minions
Minions.
and Jawas from Star Wars, you know? Like
Button.
Inuti! Oh, I, I think wait, what would happen if a minion and a Jawa met? Would they even know what each other are saying? Like that
Well,
would
Likely
obviously
not.
not. There's gonna be a language barrier.
true.
Yeah.
But then again, the
If we're thinking
minions are
about this
just
in a
already
logical
dumb.
sense,
I mean, to be honest, the
Also,
minions are already stupid. So
yeah.
My question
Also,
is, what's gonna happen when the minions and the rabbits team up? That's my question.
Oh,
oh yeah,
no,
Rab.
not all the
Yeah.
annoying. Wait, if we have
I love the rabbits.
yeah, but them with the minions would be so chaotic.
I don't
That
know,
Also,
man.
would
I
that
I'm
love
gonna
could
say this
end
now.
the universe if that was a
also,
I'm gonna say
also,
this now. I'm gonna say this now. The minions and the rabbits coming together would mean an end for the multiverse as we know it.
That's
So
what
let's make
I'm
sure that doesn't
saying.
That's the
happen.
best end of anything I could ever ask for.
Nah, we need the end to be Among Us with that combo.
yeah.
You see what we're saying?
No, wait, no. Wait, every
Ooh.
sort of dumb and smart being character fighting to the death, that would be the end of the multiverse and the metaverse and everything in existence. We do not need to know what happens.
Should we should
Also,
we should we have like
Thanos,
one of those little characters in Tangy's universe?
like a character that's wait, what do you mean? Like a character who's really annoying?
Kind of like the comic relief character.
Oh, well, that
Or
already
like
exists. We have Leany kind
I
of
mean
for that.
what I mean like similar to like the rabbits though. Like when there's
Oh, like
multiple of them.
stupid humor, kind of like.
Ju-
Wait,
just
what if
like
we took Cringy and cloned him?
maybe.
Like Cringy has a family, maybe. Cringy's
Oh,
family. For those,
Sounds
I don't even know who.
horrifying.
I made a post related to Cringy. I think when I announced the Tangy is dead was happening. But to be honest, Mouse is saying
Uh-oh.
please don't.
Mouse.
And she's
Yeah.
typing no. Okay, good call,
Okay.
good call. I
No,
wasn't gonna go with it
no,
for real though.
we are
Yeah,
not
I'm-
doing that.
Yeah,
To
we're
be
not doing
honest,
this.
the annoying
We're not-
character of the Tangy series, besides Cringy though, is going to be probably Earmite Sanic. As he doesn't
Well-
show up much, but he is like pretty annoying
Okay.
because he sounds like this. I'm in your walls. Ooh.
He has
But
a-
he's pitch
this-
shifted
Yeah,
by 3 semitones.
Bro is basically Porky Pig.
yeah.
But I
also,
pitch it up by
and-
3 semitones, so he sounds a little robotic almost. Because he's like an artificial intelligence also.
Okay, silly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about we stop with?
Oh yeah,
with Craig?
let's read the chat because I see some questions besides.
I heard a little bit of
Yeah,
Besides Mouse's "Dear God, please don't." I see.
Yeah.
I got a question. Are there any characters that would fill in for the Tangy version of Team Chaotix? Good question.
What?
We've had concepts, haven't we?
No, I was thinking of like a vector sort of character a while ago.
Weren't we spitballing what animal it would be also? Because I think I remember bringing up how I hate Charlie.
You know what? I wanted the vector character to sort of look a little bit like Woodman from Mega Man.
Oh, that would be so peak.
And
I
I
love
wanted-
Woodman for the memes and the peakness he
Animal.
brings.
the animal was supposed to be like a tanuki. I wanted it to be like a
Yeah,
tanuki.
that's right. I remember you brought that up
Um,
now. I remember when, I think.
as for Charmy and Espio, I'm not sure. I've only ever thought of Vector, really.
Yeah, I think we were thinking of having like another animal be a
And
piece of
Ray.
Charmy, but that was like ages ago.
And
Like
Ray.
I wasn't even
Right.
labeled as the writer yet. I
You know
don't
what?
think.
I got it for Charmy. What if and I don't have a name or anything yet, but I feel
Okay.
like for Tangy versus Charmy,
Funky
instead of
would
it
fit
being a
Ray, I think.
like,
By the
like
way.
instead of being he, like, having him be like, very a very welcoming character, like a very like, like a
Welcome
little.
home, kinda.
What if instead we made him like a murder hornet, where he's like more
Oh,
like
that is. I love that idea because I actually hate Charmy. I kid you not. I outright hate him.
literally
I love that idea. That we
literally like
gotta
him.
we gotta write that down. Should we go
As for
through the established characters though, like what their equivalents basically are? Because there are a few that are multiple, kinda in a sense. Should we go through who's
okay,
who, kinda?
that is
Because I've kept track. Because like we have Tangy, who's basically like main character material. Then I kind of picture Leanie being the Amy of the universe, kind of. Because, like, she shows up later, just like Amy. And also, she's kind of cheerful, peppy, upbeat. But also, she's got her own set of skills. But then again, her skills are very similar to Tangy's in a way. So, I do kind of think of Trampy as Silver, Knuckles, and Shadow in a ball. But Spicy, the bat from the premiere, she is the most Shadow of the group.
she's only a literal war veteran, so
Well, her parents are technically dead because of war, yeah. So that
I
counts.
made her a war veteran, but yeah.
Yeah, technically we haven't brought this up publicly yet, but Spicy's parents are basically they were killed in an arson attack. Targeted arson attack related to, man, I'm glad my channel isn't monetized. But like they were killed in an arson attack targeted after basically a civil war that was like a global scale because they live on like a solid island place.
And yes, folks, you're hearing that right. There is technically a canonical war that happens in Tengi's
Yes,
universe.
and it's kind of like World War One meets Civil War meets racism. Yes, it had to do with
Oh yeah,
interspecies marriage. We are confirming it here now, folks. The World War the Civil World War in Tangy's universe was about interspecies marriage. The rodents and cats were okay with it, but every other animal that like has like a Mobian character essentially for this universe, there were like separate divides in what to think about it. So basically what happened was essentially a all-out civil war in the entire island. Now, after this war had subsided, of course, the losing side, which was the ones who wanted only one species to be married to another, that was the losing side. The people who wanted interspecies marriage won in the end. Everyone was let be for the most part. However, there were a small amount of creatures who hated losing the war and didn't feel it was right that they lost. And then there were also others from the winning side that didn't think that people who did what they did during the war should even exist anymore. So that's why Spicy's parents died in an arson attack. It was targeted because they had been on the losing side of the war, and someone who was never caught killed Spicy's parents in the attack because they were being accepted back into society normally. Now, there are two reasons why I asked about putting this in. One, it's good writing. Two, My Little Pony got away with it. Why can't we? Three, and most importantly, I want to note that I want to know the reason why I feel like this should be a thing in the series is life isn't perfect either. We shouldn't
Very
make
true.
every fiction perfect. We should give hope, of course, but like we shouldn't keep it all hunky dory because then it's not realistic anymore, right?
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the important reason, but not the main reason why I included this. Part of the
Um.
inspiration was because of Kitsune's suggestion of Tangy and Spicy being childhood friends, and that's
Yep.
why they became enemies. Basically,
Yep.
Spicy's jealousy and bitterness became more and more until she became Tangy's enemy. Now, I'm not going to spoil how this goes for them, as we don't want to spoil everything yet, of course.
Yeah.
But just know there
Yeah.
is hope for Spicy. She has hope, and there is hope for her character.
Someone new in the chat. How's it going?
Hello.
Nixon. Nick.
I
No,
think
it's not Nixon.
it's like the president's last name,
It's
Nixon.
Nixon. It's Nixon.
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 I saw
Hi.
it.
Nixon. I think it's Nixon
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Nixon.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's
Vixen,
Nixon.
but Nix. Like Vixen, but Nixon. Wait, why does that rhyme in the most cursed way? Okay, I'm not gonna repeat that unless I have to. But yeah, probably won't have to. But yeah. Yeah. Simply put, though, the Tangy cast is very colorful. I don't think anyone has noted how colorful our cast of characters is, in a literal sense.
Literally
Like,
background.
we have a gay rainbow color. I just realized that. We have a character color for every...
The
for
pride flag is the character's color palettes,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, we have orange for Tangy, we have maroon for Trampy, not exactly on there, but there is going to be a red character. I have to incorporate that somewhere. Trampy's sister is like hot pink. Her name is Twisty the tiger. Her nickname is Twisty Tie because of that. We have Trampy's dad, who is like a sort of more brownish maroon color. Like, he's not exactly orange or maroon, he's like in between. Like kind of like a clay color, almost. Excuse me. But then again, we also have his wife Eerie, who is a white tiger. But those are just standard colors. The rest of the cast is colorful in other ways. Like, we have Leanie, who's purple. We have Meijin, who's blue, like lighter blue. Spicy was initially going to be like a normal blue, right?
Yeah, and they're older.
Oh, we got a good suggestion in the chat. Make the
What's
Charmy character red for the Murder Hornet.
I mean,
That would make
mean,
sense.
sure.
It's an
Well-
angry Murder Hornet. I think that would fit. I Mouse, we should get designing those as soon as possible.
Maybe instead of him like being a little kid, maybe he's a little more like a teen, and he's
I
just
would
sort of like
assume he's like a
really
angsty teen. Yeah.
Also, Nixon say, "Do you know beat the eye?" For me, I do, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mouse
I don't know
knows
for-
it. Mouse knows it. I know Mouse and you know it, Kit.
I've seen little bits and pieces of it. I never really got into it personally.
Same. I only know it for the mouth usage and the memes that I sometimes randomly come across.
Pretty much.
But
I still watch.
it would be pretty funny if we had an orange BFDI version of Tangy, don't you think? Mouse, I'm giving you inspiration fuel.
What if she's just cheap?
A peach? Is that what you said?
Cheap.
No,
Cheese, because she's a rat.
Oh, I misheard that terribly. I feel so awful for saying. Man, I'm so glad my channel is not monetized. Oh my word. I'm gonna anti-get monetization. I'm gonna get anti-monetized.
I almost forgot. Coming back to the colorful characters,
Yeah.
there's literally Funky, who I'm pretty sure not.
Lime green, right?
Well, that's the thing. We still don't really like have a good like. We still need to work on Funky.
Yeah, Funky is kind of dinosaur inspired, John, right?
Well, she is a dinosaur. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Funky
This
is a dinosaur from.
she literally is. I'll get images of it right
Wait, no,
now.
wait. Are we gonna leak that yet, or?
None,
Oh,
I
none,
mean, I've only leaked
uh,
it privately because I didn't know. It's up to you. I mean, you're the
well, I mean,
literal requester of that
well, I
character.
feel like we're not necessarily leaking anything because this still isn't like a finalized character.
True,
So I mean,
we're only leaning King. Okay, that was a terrible attempt at a reference to lean.
literally. I mean, here, let me see if I can find it. That's
Yeah.
zany. No, I don't want that.
Wait, no.
Yeah, so
Show
Funky.
Zany. So show Zany's render with some
Okay,
of the other characters.
okay.
Here,
So for
we'll send a
zany,
few of the renders for these characters. I think that's
uh,
what we'll do.
yeah, for zany,
I'll grab
this
some of the
is
characters who don't have pages, or some of
this
the
is
lesser known Tangy characters too.
yeah, this is zany. Um,
Here,
she
let me
is
open that
actually
for you. This is
that's
Zany.
so
She is
this is the
canon.
this is the dominalized version of Wacky for the now for the what you call it?
Nominalized series.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that is
don't worry. I convinced them to do that, Mouse. The funky glasses are staying. I convinced him ages ago.
yeah,
And then you
yeah.
know
I look,
Trampy, he was in the video. I'm gonna get Twisty. Twisty, while you get Funky, I'm gonna get Twisty. We also have
I was,
Phaser. We also have Phaser that's in the works. Don't show any of the art for him because I don't feel too proud of that yet.
so
yeah,
we can show Funky, right?
Yeah, we can show
Uh,
Funky though. Funky's got a good enough
this
yeah.
is
pre-design
pretty
that
much this is pretty much everything. Again, I don't think
yeah.
too much of this is finalized. We still
Well,
got to
the
work.
glasses are canon. We're keeping these glasses, John.
Yeah,
You can't go back on your word. I convinced
yeah.
you alongside Mouse at Mouse's request. Basically, Funky. I'm not even sure what kind of dino that is, but I love.
She's a mono.
Oh, say it out loud. You're the one who likes paleontology
I'm a like really into paleontology, so that's why
and
there
Garfield.
it says it right there, Mononychus. A Mononychus.
Mononychus. That's how it's pronounced. I didn't
She's
know
not.
how to say it.
She's not necessarily a velociraptor or anything, or like within the
Wait,
species. I
Yeah.
guess
wait, really? I thought Funky looked like a Velociraptor.
she's not.
Well,
She's not.
she might be a hybrid species related to the interspecies thing, perhaps.
No.
No?
Well, let's look up Mononychus. Let's look
Okay.
that up.
You
Okay.
send some images. I'm gonna get some of the other
Uh,
renders for the other
Here,
Tangy characters.
I'll see if I can find the. You know what? I just found the reference image that we used for
Oh, that's handy.
Funky's design. Here, I'll post it right here. This is one of the references that were
Oh,
used.
here,
Uh,
I'll paste Amelia later.
that
Oh,
looks
that's
way
cute.
too close to Vivsy Pop's art style. That looks way
I
too close.
I think you're right, but I also kind of disagree. It's close, but not fully. Feels like it
Anyway,
would be.
I don't think you really had to disrespect the artist like that, man. What the
well,
hell?
I
I'm
mean,
Yeah.
the artist.
who were you
About, like,
meaning
Vivsy
that
Pop.
towards, me or John? I wasn't saying anything meant to be.
No, I was saying to compare somebody's art style to that is a little.
I mean, the eyes give
Yeah.
That's
that
kind of
vibe, but
mean.
everything else about it is unique to the style of the
Trust-
artist.
I
However you pronounce your username, Mr. Surreal. I think that's how you pronounce it. We sincerely apologize for any unintentional harm we caused by bringing up Hasbin Hotel's creator in a stream literally about an orange rat and supporting characters and Q&As and I'm dying. I need my
All right,
water.
here's the question: do you actually think that person will see this stream?
Likely.
Probably not, but better
Most
safe than
impossible.
sorry.
Fair, I guess.
Take
But
up.
anyways,
Yeah.
it says here, a Mononychus is a genus of Alvarosaurid dinosaur that lived during the late Cretaceous period in what is now Asia and Nemiget Formation about 70 million years ago. So it was a theropod. Okay, yeah, it was a theropod.
I only
Estimated
know
to be
one
around.
of the words you said, bruh. I'm gonna be completely real. You're speaking paleontologist.
Sorry,
In the Queen's English, as I've heard in
my dinosaur
in a
autism taking
series.
over.
Yeah.
And
I can relate.
so-
I can relate.
so a theropod is is basically it's usually a carnivore that has hind legs to stand up on, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's usually a carnivore and stands up on its hind and its back legs, so it
So
stands
it
up on
only
two
has
legs.
like 2 legs it walks on. Okay.
Yes.
I forgot what the 4-legged ones that, the ones that walk on
Quadruped.
4.
That would be a
Quadruped.
Yeah, let's call
quadruped.
it quadro.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I forgot what they were called. I was like something with quadro in it, but I couldn't remember. Thanks.
Yeah. So,
I'm getting a few
let's
of the renders for some of the other characters, by the way. I'm still grabbing them. Some of the wiki pages will be updated as of after this live stream. I don't know if I'll be able to get to them right away because I'm going somewhere after today. Here are 4 of the
I'm gonna
other renders, though,
that
for some of the
this.
other characters related to the series. Some of the more different designs, the indifferent ones. The one that I have up here is Amelia Rose, created by another member who isn't in this group call or group channel or the group DM. It's it basically Amelia is Tangy's roommate from an outside universe, and he is trans masculine. I think that's the right one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And he has a sister who is trans femme named Alina. Kitsune is currently the candidate for voice of Alina as well, I should note. Though we haven't really had a need for lines yet because Alina
I'm still
mainly
waiting.
shows up in the side story of, I'm calling it a side story so as not to spoil our plans, John, but like basically a latter half of the lore. We have a timeline that Mouse and I primarily have worked on with help from all the other members, of course. But there's like character growth arcs and whatnot in a. Think of it like how SMG4 does their stuff. Like they have major arcs and then they have like episodes that either hint at bigger lore going on behind it. But when you see something, you know something big's coming. It's not always that obvious here, but it's close. Also, here's Titanium Tangy, co-designed by Mouse and I. Pretty much, I took Mouse's initial concepts and said, hee hee, I'm gonna do something. That's it in short. Simply put, I think the entire like character naming thing was kind of chaotic for me, pun intended. Because I only remembered that Mouse wanted the name Titanium Tangy after I created the page under Metal Tangy, and also gave it the robot name Rusty because of the rusty orange red color. But technically, it still goes by Titanium Tangy primarily, as that is the name we've decided upon. Rusty is the nickname that Trampy gives the robot because he's the one who made the robot. Trampy's like Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow. Just a fair reminder. Then there's Meijin. She's got a unique story. Do you guys want me to dive into Meijin a little or no? I mean, I can give you guys the basic info about her. She's
just like a little quick rundown.
I'll give like an overall summary. She's
Okay.
Leanie's adopted sister, and also the one who saved Leanie from dying a fate worse than death, which is why they met up eventually. She and Leanie are also dimension hoppers, and they are sent to Tangy's universe on a extended mission to get the universe stabilized again, as their boss, who manages interdimensional events and problems, he has found there is a inconsistency destabilizing the universe there, and it is not going well from his point of view. So knowing what beings are there, he sends May and Leanie to check it out and basically mingle until something happens significantly. And May is the older sister, by the way. Only finds out this though because she gets her memories back. She's reincarnated, so she doesn't have some of her human memories till much later in the lore. That's a probably too long, but pretty short rundown of who she is. She's also inspired by Majin and Sonic and has trained in a realm that has Majin and Sonics in it in her early lore. All right, and then last render I sent here is Nami, basically the equivalent of Cream, right, guys? We can agree that
Yeah.
she's a lot like Cream.
Yeah, she definitely looks like a cream-like character.
Yeah, that was my intention. She's a jellyfish, by the way. Her name is a reference to the word tsunami, which the idea for that was given to me by my buddy Thunder. He's not part of Team Tangy, but he was very helpful in the naming process and certain design suggestions when it came to Nami, and I thank him for that help. JF1 and I know Thunder, so as well as some of the people in this call, but yeah. My dad is in the room, so I'm gonna hand over the mic to you three for the moment. I'm gonna talk to my dad
All right.
briefly.
All right.
Just read chat, answer questions. I'll be right back.
All right.
Sorry for
All right.
rambling, by the way, if anybody got
That's all
bored.
right.
All right, it's fine.
I
it's
do
fine.
that a lot.
All right, so I guess
Yeah,
any
we're on
question for
YouTube.
us
We're
about
We have-
Tangy?
It's the
Yeah,
post-premiere
do we have
stuff.
any other questions? Or should we just, like...
Because
Let's see, or is there anything
I
else
had
we
to
could talk
eat
about?
lunch, and people were over, and
You know,
I didn't
I was
when they
trying to
left.
come up
No one
with,
told me when they left,
like
or that
the
they were
design
coming
for,
at
or like who the
10:46 rather
animal
than
would be
11.
for SBOs.
All right.
You
Funny fact
didn't
about
tell
Tingy.
me the
Oh,
rest
that's a good one.
because the
That's a good
premiere
one.
was
Okay,
in like
All
a
right.
so
year
here's a
or
really funny
whatever.
fact.
Like it
I
was
came up with
within an
this
hour.
because I thought it'd be absolutely hilarious. So we all know how
I
Tingy's
couldn't
orange,
have.
right?
Yes.
And I figured
I don't
that it
care.
would
I'm
be
fine
pretty
with it.
hilarious if I made it so that way she hates or doesn't like any orange food aside from
Oh,
the
are we
orange.
talking about Tangy's hate for carrots or something?
Pretty much, yeah. Because
Yeah, that's a good one. We should
yeah,
tell them
she doesn't
about
like
all the diet
any
stuff.
orange food, even carrots, aside from the orange itself.
Even tangerine?
What about
Probably
mangoes? Those are more yellow, I guess, but
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
do
only
peaches
orange.
count?
That's it.
Okay, so would
Oh.
she hate Reese's Puffs?
She hates orange food.
I hope she has an exception for Reese's Fun's existence.
No,
Otherwise,
no,
I picture
it's
her
only-
saying to Leanie, "Man, your dad is weird."
No,
I
it's
still
only-
can picture that, even if she is okay with him.
Yeah,
Because
so she
Leanie
only
even
does.
thinks her father is weird, like her own father is weird.
She only doesn't
No,
like.
he's not a food. He loves Reese's Puffs though, which some of which are
Yeah,
orange.
it's only foods Shangy doesn't like. It's
Okay,
only orange
okay.
food that she doesn't.
All right, not orange cereals. Okay, that's a relief.
I'm gonna go grab some coffee.
All right.
But
Yeah,
don't
he'll
worry.
be fine.
Oh.
I don't know if she'll like the
No.
hobby he has though of like eating Reese's Puffs a ton.
Also,
Yeah.
don't worry. Also,
He'll be
you
fine,
say Tangy hate the food of color orange. Speaking of that,
Oh my
yes.
word! It's an orange. What did you do to Tangy, bruh?
I said she. It's all except for oranges.
I know.
So,
I was making the reference to when we turned Tangy into a orange juice drink and
I know.
Trangy it into a fur coat. Man, that was
Even
an
though-
amazing one. I just
Yeah, even though
noticed.
I did face reveal back then, but I deleted it, so I don't want to do face
Yeah,
reveal.
no face reveals in call today, guys. We won't be doing that here.
Yeah.
Technically, there is like a couple illustrated versions of what we look like, but I don't know. if
I
we
have
wanna
my
do
old
that.
videos on my channel for me. I also have my Lego Sona who's directly inspired by my head. Yes, just my head and my outfit, not my body. Or my crazier haircut. But to be honest, I just realized all of the Tangy main cast characters, aside from Spicy, they have something that they either don't like or find weird about food. For Tangy, it's orange foods aside from the orange itself. For Trampy, he is extremely suspicious of eggs, like conspiracy theorist level. Like, Mouse was the one who suggested that, and I was like, him not liking eggs and rather being paranoid of them to the point where he will smash any eggs he sees laying around. Like, that was a genius funny idea. Because Trampy has a few fears. He's afraid of Tangy's boyfriend Repeat smiting him, and he's also very paranoid about eggs. Those are his
Repeat
only...
is nominalized rewrite, by the way.
Yeah.
For those who are wondering.
Yeah. Basically, for now, there's like only been 2 nominalized characters canon to Tangy's universe. That being Zany and Repeat.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't end at Trampy and Tangy, though. I realize Leanie also doesn't like the Grimace Shake. She despised its existence, as it was the darkest meme she ever found out about, and the fact that the drink was better than the meme was also kind of what irked her. But at the same time, she didn't really like the drink that much. And didn't dare try it more than once when it was around. But secretly, she has a deep desire to find a universe where Grimace exists, just so she can shake him by the neck and say, "What were you thinking, killing all those people with your shake?" Leanie does like traveling. I will say that much. She is a traveler and adventurer in that sense.
She's just like me, for real.
I mean, to be honest, she kind of like if I sounded like Jack Black to myself for some reason. Why did I say that out loud? She's kind of like if there was like a multiversal. Well, actually, no. Her job description fills that. Dimension Hopper Agent. That just says it all. The reason why she was recruited alongside May, though, is because their boss, whose name is the Battling Dummy, won't go into why, because it's irrelevant for now, but he basically recruits different universe hopping characters that have either interdimensional travel tools or abilities to help him out doing like basically odd jobs around the multiverse, stopping threats within their sector of the bigger multiverse. Of course, that being said, he has sent Leanie to different IPs before. Like Samari, however, that was like one of my personal takes. So, yeah. I also kind of think it's kind of cool that Tangy is a big part of, well, kind of not a big part, but like a part of a big multiverse. There's like a whole world building scale here. It starts mainly with Tangy's universe in her case, but there's more to it through branching through Leanie, Amelia, and May, who are all from outside that universe. As well as Repeat too, I guess, right? Because like he's not from that world either, and he's literally got a canon comic where he punches Rewrite Prime in the face.
Because
yeah, I mean, to be fair, we have like this extended multiverse going too, in general.
yeah,
Like it's not just related to Tangy; it's like broad. Like my old mascot for my YouTube channel is a part of it. Yellow Charles is a part of a bigger multiverse. Leanie has like her character arc starts in various places. Like before she's in Tangy's universe, she's traveling around the multiverse with May and doing all these other sorts of things in other universes. There's like a whole story there on its own. But basically when May and Leanie are sent to Tangy's universe, that's basically their retirement. like after they fix the situation, they basically have no more real like reason to be part of the Dimension Hopper association or agency. Ace, what the heck?
What happened?
Bro's the simp?
Very interesting
Confirmed?
to be seen on a live stream, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna face reveal this year when I'm 18.
Me being 20 almost and not having face revealed since I was 17 is bizarre. Knowing Mouse is that old
Yeah.
and the fact that
I'm-
I haven't
surprised
face revealed on public internet since I was 17 is kind of ironic.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
I did face reveal at 15 back in 2022. 2022. Oh my goodness, what's wrong, man? Oh my, why can I speak? Holy moly! There,
Give you a
I did
cat
swear.
reveal, perhaps, but that's about all I can do.
Okay, yeah. So, I say to delete that because I feel like, I feel like I'm extremely insecure about my face reveal. Really, yeah, I kind of regret that, but it's too late now. Only like few people, only like 50 views
Oh,
back then.
did we was the answer for was the question for the about the orange foods thing, JF1's question about what's the
Yeah,
funny fact about Tangy? You know, I think we
that
basically
was-
summed up almost all the funniest facts about the main cast characters
yeah,
that I can give and
yeah.
John can give, at least for the most part.
All right,
Aside
all
from the
right. So
fact
any,
that I think Phaser has an obsession with Hatsune Miku. That's the only one we haven't listed yet, because it's a key
Yeah,
part of his lore.
there's just gonna be if there's any Rick and Morty what'd you call it, fans or people who like
Oh,
have
you're
seen
gonna
it or know
enjoy
it,
Phaser.
chunk of it. Phaser's gonna be the Jerry of the team. He's going to
Yeah,
be the most nothing man possible.
for a while, until he becomes like a lesser rolled character. He does have a
Yeah.
character arc after a while alongside Funky, but as we haven't finalized Funky's design and Phaser is not even finished yet in terms of concepts, basically they are still canon, they just haven't been finished yet. Fun fact though, I will tell you, Nami and Phaser have a big role with each other. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about those two, though, in relation to each other, as I really love Phaser's character arc, and I hope you guys will too when we finish his design and whatnot. Should we talk about the ships? Does anybody want to hear about the canon ships and possibly like theories that y'all could possibly pull from?
I mean, I don't know about. Well, I don't know. We want to discuss the
Well,
other
we don't
like
want to
the
leak anything too big, of course. Like, it's not like
yeah.
we're dropping an anvil on ourselves for Pete's sake reference.
Yeah,
We
let me
got a sure in
see.
chat. We got a sure in chat about the shipping bit. So
I say we should probably go with the most like obvious one and like the base one. There,
yeah,
we already
and
already
Tangy.
cleared. We already cleared that. There are a
Yeah,
couple.
Lean P is probably my favorite ship though. Oh, K will be back possibly. All right. Obama? Oh? Oh, other. Okay.
Obama.
Well, let's hang on. I think we should bring up the ships after we bring up this question. I've never heard this question. Is there gonna be other Tangyverse versions of other EXEs like Slash, No More Innocence, Needle Mouse?
That's a
Technically,
good
no and yes, I can say. Because MLG Mouse exists. She's a direct clone that was created by another canon character. Like, physically put into existence by another character. She and Reese's Funds, who were both in the premiere, and voiced by me. Like, I'm doing Marge Simpson but Toad. Oh my word. There's a reason why her voice is like that, by the way. Her MLG stands for Marge L. Griffin Mouse, which is a throw-in to the fact that she's literally comedy from every era, from the 1930s to modern era memes. She is her inspiration is comedy, pure comedy, and also the fact that she has the name of two different adult comedy wife protagonists. Uh, that kind of says something about all the comedy she's involved in. But yeah, simply put, though, aside from outside universe characters and alternates from the nominalized takes, there aren't really any other alternates, to be honest. There's Earmite Sanic, who is like basically his name. He's like rewrite. He's like if Rewrite and Boom Sonic had a baby on MS Paint. That's you guys can read his wiki page about that. I might send that in the chat. But he's the one who physically created. He created MLG Mouse and Reese's Funds, who are a married couple, by the way. If you want to count the fact that Fatal Sunker exists, who is their other adopted son in relation to like a part of the lore that doesn't involve Tangy, but rather Leany and May's earlier times before being sent to Tangy's universe on their mission. Basically, he's Fatal Error and Sunky because of Fatal, like a variation of Fatal making a mistake and creating a basically himself, but as Sunky with everything weak that he's ever witnessed involved in it. Fatal Sunker's adorable. I would love if he was able to be canon to the Tangy series, but one, he'd overcomplicate things, and two, he's a glitch. He would probably destabilize Tangy's universe quicker than the way that it was happening when the dummy or May and Leany's boss discovered the destabilization. So yeah, just saying that makes it sound complex out loud. But to be honest, there's a lot of nominalized versions of Sonic EXE characters. I highly recommend you check out Mouse and Drifter's work on that, because it is like anything Mouse draws, it is absolute Mousema. Okay, absolute Cinemouse. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Geronimo Stilton reference, guys. We got it. But yeah, basically Mouse and Drifter design in collaboration. They design the nominalized EXEs. So technically yes and no. Yeah. At the same time as a yes, it's also a no because they're out of universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, I don't think we'll be finalizing at all if Zany exists as the wacky variant of Tangy's universe or not. But it's likely she will just be either that or from another universe. I like to think that she is from Tangy's universe and is considered like the wacky variant of that universe. However, she's not like, if you've ever seen Deadpool and Wolverine or the Loki series, she's not the anchor being of the universe like Wacky would probably be considered if she was in the MCU. So, yeah. All you Marvel geeks, I think we gonna win with Doomsday. And Fantastic Four first steps looks big. Anyways, I got off topic there.
Yeah.
Man, now I really want to see Leany, Tangy, Trampy, and Spicy all cosplaying as the Fantastic Four in the new trailer. Because they're the main four characters of the series. Leany, of course, shows up later, but of course they're all considered like how the main six exist for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. They're the lead four. That's at least how I picture it. Any other main cast characters are considered like derotagonist or protagonist assist characters, or co-protagonists. In the case of Amelia, Repeat, and May, I'd say they're They're like protagonists, but they aren't the main protagonist. But they aren't quite derotagonists. You could say that they're the Fantastic Four. I think I just did. To be honest, I wouldn't hate to see I wouldn't hate to see one of the characters cosplaying also as a Silver Surfer, but it's just one of the characters covered in tinfoil. That would be... John, do you think that would be funny? What character would cover themselves in tinfoil?
Phaser.
Besides
Yeah.
Tangy, Trampy, Spicy, and Leany, who do you think would be willing to cover themselves in tinfoil?
I just said Phaser.
Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, probably Phaser. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Either him or Spindles.
Oh yeah, we never talked about
Oh yeah,
Spindle
we
and the
didn't
other.
talk about our self-inserts at all. We haven't
Yeah.
brought that up because, like, pretty much every Tangy team member either has a character they created in the series, or
Yeah.
has a Sona, or creates characters and has a Sona variant.
Yeah.
Ace has Spades the Wolf, who is going to be a ringmaster of a circus. Ooh.
Yep.
Da da da. Okay, I won't do a TDAC reference yet.
Yeah.
But
No. Yeah.
But
No.
a handful of these self-inserts are in this circus. Kit and I also have our self-inserts as, namely Spindles the what's it called? Spindles
The Seal?
Spindles the Seal. He's the circus clown. I'm the circus clown, Spindles. Hey guys. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
his voice,
and-
by the way. He's basically me
Yeah.
if I was a clown and talk like I'm Daffy Duck almost.
You
Isn't
could have
that
just said
cool?
you could have just said he was him if he was you. No, I'm kidding.
Hey yo, I ain't no pink rainbow afroed
You cared
seal.
for too long. You cared for too long. Cared for too long.
Yeah, anyways, Kit and Kat are the trapeze duo of the circus. Kat is based on my family's cat, Angel, who is actually in the room right now. I'm gonna snag a photo of her sunbathing behind me and send it in the chat on my iPad. She just looks so adorable right beside my Kirby automaton in my closet. So cute. Some people might not even know I have a Kirby automaton. I just realized. I did a whole unboxing video. That was the last time I showed my face on the internet publicly. But it wasn't my full face either. It was just like my face wearing a mask with a macaroni on it. Sadly, the mask doesn't fit. I'm sending a few different photos of Angel. But yeah, she has a character in the works. And Kit and Kat are both pansexual.
Yep.
Kat
I'm
being the older of the two, by the way. Forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Kat is at least 20 years old. Referencing the fact that I turned 20 the year that she was created. And also the fact that she ends up dating Trampy's sister Twisty in the end of the latter halves of the lore. I'm okay sharing that because that's not spoiling any of the shenanigans that go on between them. So yeah. All right. Yeah, basically, we never got around to talking about the ships. The ships, I mean. Yeah. Got that blend of Spindles and Phaser stuck in my mouth. Oh, my word.
Thick girl.
Yeah. But I'm gonna leave. This is gonna be left up till debate till we decide a canon option. But here's something you can take as you want for the moment until we finalize stuff. Phaser and Funky are roommates. Nothing more, nothing less. Not diving into that one anymore. They're just roommates for now. Hey, yo, Ace, who you calling that? can't say that on live stream. Oh wait, no, I'm not monetized. Well, don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah.
At least censor yourself, bruh. I have to scroll up to the cat photos.
That's my dog. My dog. What you talking about, Ace? That's not.
What
For
do you
silly.
mean your
Yeah, that's for my
dog?
dog.
This is my cat and my automaton. In
That's my
closet.
dog. My dog.
And they
Or at
don't
least
know
that
because
she
I'm a
go for
nasty dog.
that she go for me.
Wait, you named your dog.
No, no, I
I
didn't.
just noticed that you named your dog that, and I named my donkey Donkey.
I named my donkey.
Donkey. I named the donkey. Like, donkey, not donkey. Donkey. Like, I'm saying it like Shrek.
Duncan?
Hey, yo,
Or
bro,
like
we know people
Dave
with that
Duncan.
name. Don't say that. You're basically calling them something bad.
I just said the name. I didn't say they are.
Donkey,
I just said,
donkey, get the donuts. That should be a line Shrek says in the new movie. Donkey Donuts. Man, you're really popular here, aren't you, Donkey?
knowing the amount of pop culture references Shrek is known for, they might.
I would love to have Donkey Donuts be a thing. In their world. Like, they're including basically Magic Mirror TikTok. Like, that's gonna be so funny, in my opinion. Also, the beef about Shrek's new design, I think, is only because of his nose being a little bigger and him being in higher quality animation.
I will say, it is not a Sonic movie situation. It is not a Sonic.
It's not worthy of the Sonic situation nor the Mushroom Kingdom, here we come situation either, because it's literally the same voice cast. It's neither of those situations. It's more of a I am Steve situation where it over time will become so memeable you'll forget you ever hated it. Hey, I'm not wrong, am I?
I mean, I
Flint and Steel, like, bro. The only one that I don't like, and this is for like a biased reason, not because of anything related to the theaters being trashed and whatnot, but the chicken jockey, that line is too overrated for what it is. I think we should have just stuck with the Nether or Flint and Steel or I am Steve. Just any of them, but chicken jockey would have been good. You know, I hate that I'm impersonating it every time I say it. Also,
okay, listen, silly, listen. The Flint and Steel. One of the theater got caught in fire. Really, remember that I was talking about?
Yeah. People are taking the Jack Black quotes a little far. The I am Steve is probably the safest one. All you do is get a beard and cosplay.
Yeah.
Wear a blue shirt and purple pants or brown pants or gray pants. Whatever you please. It stays.
So here's the thing. When I was listening to the video of the theater, the Nether one, some kids say the N word instead of the word Nether.
Oh no! I would have preferred they say the hell instead of the N word. That's crazy.
Who would it?
I mean, to be honest, the fact that Jack Black says hell in a song and yet there's a place called the Nether makes it so much funnier hearing the lava you know that song, like the Steve's Lava Chicken song. Basically, I find it funny that he says it's as tasty as hell rather than it's as tasty as the Nether. Because, like, the only way he knows about that word is because of the human world. Right? Am I reading into that too deep? Or too 3D? Or
I haven't watched the movies. I don't know.
Wait, what?
I just said I haven't watched the movie, so I don't know.
Neither have I. Anyways, it seems we have one viewer on stream still. We've been going for an hour and 10 minutes almost.
Yeah.
Basically, if you guys have any more questions, we're probably back on track now to be able to answer them. So like,
Yeah.
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 I'm
I
going to
I
ask.
could I could give a BTS video. Remember how I hid this from the project from John?
Oh,
And
I think so.
I regret never creating a cool code name. Like I could have called it Project something. Like I could have named it Project like for remaster, or Project Project Too Long, or Project Magility, because of Magility being in the original version, perhaps. Uh, but either way, this remaster happened for several reasons in general. Like, one, Tangy's anniversary was the last reason why, but mainly it was because I wanted to surprise you and John, or Mouse and John, with something big. And also I wanted to get Ace back for trolling me so much and surprise him too.
Mm,
I failed at all but John, in my opinion. I had to enlist
yeah.
Ace for help, as well as Mouse. Mainly Mouse, and I did most of the art, but you can see some of Ace's art in there too. He drew
Um,
himself and one other character.
I mean, also you trolled me a lot, silly. But
Oh,
after I
yeah, I
told you,
troll a lot of people, but I try not to, like, do it too far, you know?
yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
actually tricked Ace and John, partly, kinda, into helping me with the Tangy April Fool's content. So, in short, what happened was I DM'd Ace and said, hey, considering I'm doing you a favor by adding this meme you wanted on the wiki for Leany, could you do me a favor and DM John, why isn't Tangy yellow like Mouse's Sona? Of course, that has a real answer, but Ace made a typo, which I'm actually glad he did, because it came out a lot better than it would have otherwise. Why it came out funnier? I DM'd John right after and said, hey, John, if Ace DMs you, reply with this emoji, and I'm gonna send that emoji in chat. Basically, I told John to reply with this emoji here, the flushed face emoji. If Ace DM'd him at all, he was to respond with that. Now, the reason for this was I needed a screenshot from either of their ends to make a joke about Tangy's render being replaced with an MS Paint drawing. But then when Ace made a typo, I was like, he didn't say why isn't she the same color as Tangy, but rather why is she the excuse me, why is she the same color as Tangy? Uh so in short, what we did was I asked like Mouse, after attempting to do it myself and failing, she edited Tangy's new render to have her Sona's color palette, which is yellow, white, and black. And basically we got Muffin Mouse the rat in there. We got what Tangy would have been if she had come out as literally Mouse's Sona as wacky almost. Close enough to it, but like in some alternate universe that could be the main render, who knows. And then also I kept the MS Paint Tangy as like part of the joke on there. I changed Tangy's uh color fur color name on the wiki to be basically pea color. I won't say the word on stream, as I probably don't want to say it verbally in public, but like basically pea color, like yellow.
Yeah.
But yeah, simply put, I changed it to orange/yellow in a sense, and then also had that on the wiki. You can still find those renders, by the way, in the jokes, memes, and comics section of her gallery if you want. I think we're going to end off stream in 10 minutes because it's going to be 6 o'clock for me after that. So if
And
there are
I'm
any more questions afterwards,
yeah, I'm gonna need to have my I'm gonna need to help out my dad wash the car in a bit too.
yeah,
So
how long do you think? We can end earlier if you
well,
want.
he said 45 minutes a while ago, so it's probably closer to that now.
Okay. All right. well, there's only one viewer, and I think it might be one of our friends here in the group call, in the group chat. So I think this is
Yeah.
where we should stop. We've been
All
going for an
right.
hour and 14 and
Yeah.
a half minutes as of me
Uh,
saying 14.
All
So,
right.
thanks for enjoying the character,
Thanks for
guys.
tuning in.
It's been
Uh,
a journey for us all over time.
we
And
appreciate um we
yeah, I'll let you
appreciate
say.
the support. We appreciate that a lot.
Yes. And you might find this a little weird, but the Tangy is dead is going to be spelled, the Tangy is DED rather than DEAD. I actually don't think I told you guys that, but yeah. Basically, that's pretty much all we can say is thank you for the
Uh,
support and the fan art and the
yeah.
feedback. We wouldn't still be doing this if not for your support. And also,
Yes.
well, actually, we probably still would be. It just would be like very underrated and probably wouldn't have
Yeah.
gone anywhere.
We're
But yeah,
underrated, just like went on the radar.
probably died out, and then Mouse would have phased it out for other works of hers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, without you guys, we wouldn't be probably doing what we're doing with Tangy. There wouldn't be this many characters, and Leanie and May would still be plot hole filled characters of mine on my own too. So you guys literally saved a fictional multiverse from going extinct.
Hmm.
I don't think
Yeah.
my clapping came up on my mic, but
It did.
I clapped.
It did. It did. It did.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
Yep.
Whew, that's fun. All right. Well, thanks for all the support. We'll see you next time we do one of these.
Probably next time.
Thank you for a great year of Tangy.
Yeah, we're gonna hope that we put out. We're gonna do our best to put out more Tangy content for you guys to enjoy.
Across all of our channels, hopefully, even. For those who want to upload that sort of stuff. Probably me, Mouse, and John will primarily be uploading the most Tangy related content on our channels, but who's to say Kit can't join us and some of the other members can't either, you know? Also, feel free to check out that we have 2 playlists. I'm making the second one public after the stream is done. We have 2 different Tangy themed playlists on my channel right now. We also have, oh, Ace, you're late. We were just gonna end stream.
Yeah, we're just about to. You snooze.
Yeah.
Well, I will say Ace has been awesome too with the whole fact of helping out with the fact that Leanie needs a redesign again. So yeah. All right. Well, I think that's where we're gonna end off, right? Also, hi Mitchell. We're doing well. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Bye.
Say that again, John.
Bye.
All right,
for the next-
everybody, say. We're gonna say it all at once, hopefully. What does Wacky say? No, she doesn't say peepees. What does Wacky say at the end of facetious? Remind me.
At the end of facetious, you
Like
said?
her last line in facetious. What is Wacky's last line? If not, we'll just hang on. I have a better one. John, get ready. Kitsune, you might need to turn down your volume. John, say the line that Majin says. Say the line.
What that Majin says?
At the end of facetious, yes, say it.
Oh, is it a get out?
No, that's slash. I'm gonna do slash. You're gonna do. Now I spoiled the surprise. Just do Majin's line. Just say.
Be on it. I'm going
Same
to be
time
so
next
honest.
week.
Oh, same time next week.
Get out! Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. See
See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
friendos. Is the stream ended?
See,
I think it's done.
no.
Yeah, there.